Hello friends, you already know that I am a Nikon user and using Nikon for last 20 years. Last month I uploaded the video on the launch of the Z5 full frame mirrorless camera. Nikon has officially unveiled the new and improved Nikon Z6 II and Nikon Z7 II full frame mirrorless camera. Iteration on the first generation that adds some important features like dual card slots. Professionals will appreciate on the new addition when they open the memory card door. Nikon has added a UHS-2 SD card slot that joins the lone XQD EF Express slot from last time. So if you want immediate backups for your shots and the videos, there you go. Other changes are on the inside. The G6 II builds on the G6 already pretty strong video feature set with the promise of UHD 4K 60p in a free firmware update due in February 2021. There's now a second Xpeed 6 processor in each camera. Yes, they have got dual processors and that's enabled Nikon to increase their continuous shooting capabilities. The 24.5 megapixel Z6 II can hit 14 frames per second, while the 45.7 megapixel Z7 II now top ups 10 frames per second. 4K video recording at 60 fps has been added to both the G6 II and G7 II, but only the later will offer it at launch. Nikon says a firmware update in the February 2021 will bring this feature to the G6 II. On the Z7 II, you will get a 1.08x crop when the recording 4K 60. Nikon says the autofocus performance has been incrementally improved over the original Z6. But the most notable feature change is an addition of the face and the eye detection, both human and animal, to the wide area autofocus mode. Previously, these features were only available in the auto area autofocus, meaning the camera decided where to focus. By adding them to the wide area, you are able to narrow down the region in which that camera hunts for the faces, giving you a way of pre-selecting the face you wish to focus on. The variants of the wide area autofocus with the human and animal face eye autofocus have been added to the list of the autofocus mode accessible from the eye quick menu, meaning you don't have to separately engage those functions. Nikon says the focusing system now works in the light as low as minus 4.5 EV, a one-stop improvement. And that's without choosing the slower low light autofocus mode, which extends a further 2 stops. The best part of the revolutionary G mount, the Nikon Z mount systems has a large lens mount, feature a 55 mm inner diameter and short 16 mm flange focus distance, which allow for the flexibility in the optical designs of the Nikon Z lenses with the maximum apertures as wide as f0.95 possible. The internal diameter of the G mount is 70% larger than the Nikon F mount. It also wider than any full frame mount available as A2318. That is also extraordinarily sharp from the edges even with the wide open apertures, and operations is virtually silent, making them perfect choice for the video as well. Breakthroughs of the G mount, the largest full frame lens mount of any system, have given way to some of the most advanced optically pristine lenses over Nikon Z. The Z6 II is compatible with them all, each one delivering a new perspective and drawing peak performance from the camera. The G6 II has a native ISO range of 100 to 51,200, same as Z6, and can be expanded up to ISO 102,400. With the big leap forward in the low light autofocus performance, the Z6 II can find your subject in a half the available light as its predecessor. Keep shooting into the evening with the same fast, accurate autofocus performance. Buffer size. Keep with the fast frame of the 14 frame per second. G6 II have a buffer capacity of 124 shots. That's the 3.3 times the buffer size of the Z6. Z6 II have many creative features. If you are a night landscape or astrophotographer and like long exposure photography, track the path of the star, capture movement like never before with the long exposure up to 900 seconds. Use your smartphone to trigger the shutter to avoid camera vibrations. Focus shift mode. The Z6 II will take a series of up to 300 photos, each within an incrementally adjusted focus position. Use third-party software to combine focus stack the photos into the single image with surreal depth of field and sharpness. Focus shift shooting mode automatically takes a series of an image while advancing the focus position in the e-shot. Great for shooting jewelry, products, landscape and still objects. Nikon has also made usability improvements like allowing firmware updates over the Snapbridge mobile app. Add another element of the uniqueness and artistry to your photos and videos with the 20 creative pictures control, all visible in the real time while you shoot, either through the viewfinder or on the tilting touchscreen display. Z6 II have a multiple shooting requirements, choice of 8-bit shoot inbuilt in the camera, and easy and immediate use 10-bit end-log HLD or HLG output to the external recorder to more advanced video recording. Reverse focus rotation. If you have been using non-Nikon lenses for the video work, the Z6 II lets you reverse the focus ring rotation on Nikon Z lenses. Your muscle memory will thank you. Z6 II camera includes in the body image stabilization. The 5-axis IBS system delivers up to the 5 stop of the image stabilization while shooting and corrects for the yaw, pitch, roll and movement along the X and Y axis. When the using FTZ adapter, which allows you to the adapt F mount lenses to the new Z mount, the Z6 II instead offer 3-axis stabilization same as Z6 and Z7. Now you have options. One slot accepts CF Express Type B and SQD cards. The other slot accepts standard SD cards. Use the format you prefer or use both slots and separate video and still files or RAW and JPEG. Create a backup or maximize your onboard storage. In terms of a connectivity, the Z6 II is also compatible with the Nikon Snapbridge via built-in Wi-Fi and Bluetooth. This means that user can move images and videos between the camera and a compatible smartphone. Snapbridge also allows remote control of the camera. When you can't be behind the lens, pull out your compatible smartphone and use its control. The G6 II see what the camera sees. Changes setting like aperture, shutter speed, white balance, then remotely fire the shutter or start the stop recordings. User can also transfer full resolution RAW images, JPEG and even 4K video files right to your phone wirelessly. Then use your favorite apps for editing, adding filters and sharing. Update the Z6 II firmware with the Snapbridge app from almost anywhere. Keeping your camera up to the date with the latest feature has never been easier or more convenient. In the terms of a battery, the Z6 II uses the new EN-EL15C battery. Many Nikon owners already have the EN-EL15 battery because they are full compatible with the all Nikon full frame and Nikon DSLR cameras. The new EN-EL15C take more shots and allows to the camera be powered by an external power sources while the camera is still being used. This is a great for the studio use, time-lapse, video streaming and more like Z5. Live streaming from your G6 II can be done with the simple USB-C cable without requiring complex setup. First time in the Z series camera, Z6 II compatible with fully featured battery grip. The MBN11 accepts two EN-EL15C batteries, giving 1.9 times more battery performance. It has shutter release dial and customized function button for the easy and comfortable shooting. Here is a perk for the video and studio photographers. MBN11 has a built-in USB-C port, which is an addition one already in the camera. This will be very handy when you need power the camera using one port communicating with the software or other equipment. Camera is a reliable, durable, comfortable and made from the best quality material. It is a lightweight but have a very durable magnesium alloy body protected by the weather seal, so you can also shoot in bad weather. You will also get touch operable tilting high resolution LCD monitor, giving you a more control from your unique angles, intelligent menu and have inbuilt help level guide. The Z6 II will go on the sale in the November for the $2,000 approx in a body only configuration or $2,600 when the bundle with the Nikon G24 70mm f4S lens. Nikon is hoping that the both cameras that increase the processing power, improve speed, expanded buffer capacity, more capable autofocus options. The fastest shooting will help the company stay in the mix with the Canon, Sony, Panasonic and other camera makers. So that's all for the today. I will come soon with the Z7 update. Thanks for watching.